Alright, so today I'm working on this Evinrude Ranger from 1946. The problem with it is it has no compression. It's really low. It's like 30. The pull rope is a bit messed up, but that's for another time. I don't have any replacement for this. Look at that. It just coming apart. It works. Last time I checked, this thing actually ran. It leaks gas like quite a bit. You can see here I got cat litter all over this. It's all soaked. It leaked all the fuel out of it. Wasn't as bad when I ran it. It just gets worse and worse and worse. But anyway, I have some of this pulled apart here. The handle, pulled the handle off because I could spin it around. But anyway, I guess time to get in this repair. Set it all down. Alright, you can see underneath there. It's greasy as hell underneath there. I gotta be honest. It's gonna be a messy job. I already got a screw pulled out here to see how. That's how I knew it was so greasy underneath there. Pull the second screw out. Alright. And I have to wipe these all off with towels because it's just soaked in grease. This is how much grease was on the first screw. So that's the issue we're gonna have here, is having to clean all that greasy oil off of it because it leaked oil everywhere. I think it also has a bad gasket by the underneath the cylinder. I think that gasket might be bad too. Gotta have to see. I have pulled the cylinder off once. That was when I put oil on the rings, and that's how I got it running again, with some oil on the rings. But after that, it just lost all compression again. Alright, so I got this side pulled apart. I think this side has another screw. Yeah, right up underneath here. Right up underneath there. Pull this out. There we go. And get out. Good Lord. Alright. Yeah, that was some trouble. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're having some technical difficulties here. Okay, there we go. Oh, god dang. Alright, put those on the floor. And here we go. Here's our engine here. That is a tiny, tiny, tiny engine. There's the throttle. Oh, I gotta pull the spark plug out. So you're gonna have to. So on these old motor motors, they have like a little nut looking thing here. Which I actually gotta go get a pair of chain locks. There, I guess it's a giant pair we'll have to do. So this little thing here, you just have to squeeze on that and just rotate it just a little bit. Sometimes they get kind of stuck, so you need to get some channel locks. There's a tiny little looking ring. So here, and just pull your cable off. Now this cable here is messed up. It's like falling apart, so I got to be careful with that. It's got a good spark though. Shocked the crap out of myself twice with that thing. It does not feel good. Plug got kind of stuck. Plug should be good, because last time I ran it, it ran just fine. I run this thing off 16:1. I'm guessing that's what they're supposed to put in it. That plug don't look too bad. I've seen worse. Pretty sure my car has worse. But anyway, we pulled the spark plug out. It's, from what I can see, it's pretty nasty in there. It is dark and dark in there. Hey, would you be a little quiet over there with those chips? I'm gonna pull this exhaust pipe and water pipe off. It's like a dual pipe. It's exhaust and like where it sucks the water in. I'm gonna pull this bolt out here. Short little bolt. There should be another one on the other side here. Typically I have this laying down, but I don't have any place to lay it down. It's a complete mess in here. I have a couple other engines torn down here. Should have made a video off those. There, now I got the exhaust pulled off here. Guess now time to pull the cylinder off. Now I have seen someone else has been in here working on it because these cylinder screws were kind of stripped. And I had trouble getting those things off last time. And I could see how they had trouble with it. Yeah, that's a lot of... It's kind of stripped too. So you gotta be careful. If I strip these screws out, I will be screwed. There you go. Just loosen these up a bit. This old turd leaks like crazy. That's good enough on that side. Yeah, the exhaust port is like filled with carbon. Pull these two screws out here. And then I'm going to pull this last one out. These are all loose. That's weird. I guess they must have unscrewed. That might have been why it didn't run, but this thing needs to be rebuilt anyway. So, and this thing has more screws up here. The gas tank. So you're going to pull these screws off the gas tank here. Because other than that, you're never going to get that cylinder off with these screws holding the gas tank on. There's another one on the other side. Now, I don't know what these bottom screws are for. They might be to hold the case on, actually. Maybe. Alright, so the cylinder should come off now with enough wiggling. The gas tank kind of puts a lot of pressure on it because it's kind of bent a little bit. There, you can see here, it's stuck in the gas tank. It's not the cylinder or anything. Last time I was afraid I was scoring up the cylinder, but by the looks of it, it's just these two prongs here on the gas tank really just screw things up a bit. Better angle here. Good lord. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Turn the engine over. I just pulled the cylinder back. There. Pull the cylinder down. I don't even know where the cylinder is right now. Piston, excuse me. Yeah, last time I tapped on it with a hammer. I don't know if that was good or not, but I mean, I had to, so I guess I gotta do it again. Shit, I don't have my hammer. I don't have any of my tools. Well, I guess I'll be using this then. Yeah, that's the problem, is I never know what my tools are. Just give it a tap. Be careful to make sure it isn't actually your piston doing that, because that would not be very good if that's your piston doing that. Just gotta wiggle it out. Just that gas tank. Some of these screws here, you have to be careful. Some of these screws might still have some tension on them too. That could be the issue. I had the same problem last time I did this. Just not all screws were completely out, so I'm trying to pull on a cylinder that wasn't completely loose. Yeah, that might break free. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think it's a little easier when your cylinder bolts are loose. But here's our cylinder. Yeah, it's exhaust port. I think I might need to dip this thing in some seafoam. Cylinder there. It don't look that bad of condition. I mean, I can rub my fingernail across it in there. It's pretty smooth. The exhaust port, yeah, it's not that scored. It's looking really good. The intake and the exhaust port look really good. For an old motor like that, that's pretty good. Transfer port looks clean. I think it's pretty good. Alright, so there's our piston. Look at that thing. That thing is just covered in carbon. I think it's about time maybe just pull this whole engine apart. There. That rod kind of stuck on there. Yeah, those rings they don't even flex anymore. They're just, they have like no, how do you say it, they don't push out very well. That's a good explanation. Yeah, that's not good. That could explain our problem too. I actually don't know what to do now. I guess I gotta pull the whole top of the engine off, really, to get the whole crank out. Because my plan was to pull the whole piston out, so I'll have to make a part 2 on that, because I gotta pull the whole top of the engine off. So, yeah, there's the first part of the engine rebuild here. So we have the old piston here. It's small, I mean, compared to my fingers, that is a tiny piston. That thing's like 17 cc maybe. 17, 20 cc maybe. Somewhere around there. That could possibly be even 25 cc. But anyway, it don't look that... those rings, they are not doing that good. I mean, they don't push out very well. They have like no resistance compared to a brand new ring. But anyway, there'll be a part 2 here about taking this top end off here. There's no gas in the tank. That's good. Well, see you in part 2.